I was going to Cape Press. I'm here with Adli Edwards, who's coming off a first round submission at XMMA 4. Adli, how are you?
Doing fantastic, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure talking with you. And yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Coming off a big high for sure.
yeah, man. Of course, of course. Before we start, I saw that you were having another kid, so congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, third's on the way. We just had our gender reveal party on Sunday.
Oh,
Boy, so it's pretty cool. A little mix up from our two girls. I'm not
awesome.
gonna lie, I was we had the gender reveal party Sunday, but I couldn't live with the suspense. We got the email to send to the cake people. I look at my wife, I'm like, I'm looking at it. I can tell you or not, but I can't live with the suspense. I got too much going on. So I had a little sneak preview last week, but yeah, it's exciting, man.
Awesome.
Hopefully,
You're gonna have a boy finally.
yeah. So yeah, it'll be cool. I think it'll be a nice mix up. I think I finally got having a girl down. I thought for sure it'd be a third girl, so it was a surprise.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Again, congratulations, bro. It's been 3 days since your fight. How are you feeling?
Feel great, man. Feel really good. Feel real full. I've been eating a lot. The normal get some food in. I think I can't look at any more junk food right now, or I'm just ready to get back on the grind. Sugar's making me feel sick just thinking about it right now.
Was there any injuries?
Nope, feel good, man. Pretty unscathed. Honestly, my smoothest fight camp ever. Usually I think I get the injuries during the camp, and the grinding, and it was my longest camp, and I was real confident that I was gonna get the most injuries. But I came out unscathed. I'm pretty happy about it. I got some great guys here keeping me injury free, and I think as I'm getting older, I'm just training a little smarter. So I think it worked out great.
And how did you feel about your performance? And have you had a chance to watch your fight yet?
Oh yeah, I watched quite a few times. Thankfully, a round one fight, I can watch it a little more often because it doesn't take quite so long.
Yeah, for sure.
But I felt great about my fight. Honestly, I left a little disappointed. It wasn't longer. I think I was just getting in there, getting warmed up, and before I knew it was over. So, but at the end of the day, I can't be unhappy about it. I got a finish bonus, which was cool, and like you said, I came out unscathed, so it could always be a lot worse. So at the end of the day, I'll take it.
What was the game plan going into the fight?
We knew he was a bigger, stronger guy, even before he missed weight class, which we can get to we can get to later. But
Yeah.
we knew he was a big, strong guy, and he tends to come out strong and heavy. And I think his 8 wins, all 8 of them were first round finishes. So we want to see what he looked like a little bit later in the fight. So our goal is to coast him out, weather the storm, and see if we can step on the gas later and put the hurt on him. Yeah, unfortunately, before we even got to switch gears and put the hurt on him, he he was submitting at the end of the first round. So I guess it worked out fantastic. We didn't even have to weather any storm. He ended up weathering mine, I guess, during coast mode. So that's cool.
Yeah, so let's talk about that weight miss, man. So he missed weight by 10 pounds, which is nuts. First of all, did you know beforehand? And with such a big fight, was there any thought of you pulling out of the fight?
So I remember when we first took the fight, I think like mid-February already, I hit up my manager because my coach, Marcus Davis, knows him from back home. And so he knows some of the same people that are in his area. And we found out his very last fight, he did the exact same stunt. He came in 10 over to a featherweight fight at 55. So, I had to double check in and check because that's so outlandish and crazy. And I was like, you know what? I bet he might try the same thing. So I brought it to my manager and the promotion's attention or whatever. And they're like, there's no way he would pull that stunt twice, but here he is. And when we got to the hotel for the fight, we're like, we've seen everybody on the card. We haven't seen this guy. And we figure he's just sitting in there hiding out in his room. He even lied to the promotion and my manager the morning of weigh-ins. We're like, where is he? How much is he? And they're like, oh, he said he was 152 this morning when he grabbed his sauna. They gave us portable saunas, which is awesome. And then come weigh in 6 hours later, how do you get from 152 to 156? So He's lying up and down the board to get an advantage. What makes me the most upset is, I'm not a big featherweight, and I stay light because I feel like I've been kind of close on the verge of getting the call. So I'm ready for a last minute call. I sit so I can make weight in like 2 days notice. So I'm a small featherweight right now, but I told them, I'm like, hey man, I know he's bigger than me, but I would love to go 50 or 55, even though he's going to be bigger, just so at least I'm not going down while he's going up. I don't want there to be me fighting 55 is different than me fighting at 55 or at 45, So he did that on purpose so I would make the cut. That's what made me the most mad. I was like, man, I could have been eating, it's stressful, cutting weight and doing all this stuff. Even if it's not a hard cut, it's the principle of it. So, he came way over. And during this whole debacle, all the people, thankfully, I felt good about it. Nobody was ever pressuring me to take the fight. All the fighters around there in XMMA were really cool, and they heard what was going on. They're like, dude, you got to set the precedent. You can't let this guy do this every time. Like, you got to make him go home without getting paid. Like, it's not fair. And I agree. And a lot of me thought, like, the principle of it, I should not take the fight. He shouldn't be allowed to do that. But I'm not going to be the martyr to do that. I got to fight. So I'm like, the next guy can do that. I'm sorry. Hopefully that message is out and the future promoters and opponents know this is happening, and maybe can blacklist this guy, because that's the cardinal rule, man. The number one rule is you don't miss weight. You make weight. That's the, dude, and 10 over, again, that's intentional. That's not like he had a hard day. So, but, we were sitting there trying to figure out what we're going to do. Long story short, I came to fight. I prepared too much. And I was like, what's the biggest you could be? And I was like, maybe 75, maybe 80. He looked like he was like 85 when we were in there. He looked like a big boy. But I was like, worst case, I spar bigger guys than him that are better than him all the time. And I handle my own. I know I look skinny, but I'm pretty strong. So I feel like I can handle it. And the beauty of it was we were planning for a big, strong guy. So I was like, just double down on the game plan. So, at the end of the day, it actually helped me. I think I look a little more like a hero stepping up to this guy and, taking down this giant dude. So it was cool. Yeah. Sorry, that's a long story, man, but I feel like it was a action-packed 2 days between weigh-ins and that fight and all this stuff going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I love, and I, you needed to explain it because it's fucking crazy. You missed weight by 10 pounds. What? Yeah. I mean, come on. It's insane. It's insane, and it's unprofessional to someone who came in on weight, right? Like that's the biggest thing when talking to fighters is like, you guys sign a contract for that weight, like show up.
Yeah, it's your word. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no honor, man. I was honestly, I've been telling everybody the thing I'm the most disappointed about after all this. Like, I gotta say that time between weigh-ins and the fight was more stressful than my camp or the fight. And I was just like, I'm gonna, and I hate this because everybody, and sorry to everybody who's been texting me and telling me this, but make him pay for cutting weight. You got to beat him extra. I'm like, dude, I was gonna smash this guy no matter what. Like, it's not like that changed anything for me. Like, oh, now I'm gonna win, or now I'm gonna try hard. But I'll tell you what, there was a little chip on my shoulder in addition to it. And I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to give it to this guy. And the frustrating thing is about the way this guy fights. I mean, he is a bully. He comes in with this weight stunt and he fights the same way. He threw the kitchen sink at me. Everything he threw as hard as he could, squeezing as hard as he could. And I'm just like, coast it out. I'm like, follow my game plan, be smart. And I'm like, all right, he's slowing down a little bit. Before I could even lay it on him and return the favor, he quit. He quit at the first sign of adversity, excuse me. He was, and I mean, smart for him. He got out unscathed, I guess. He tapped right away, but I feel like he didn't even try to escape that submission. I was like, all right. So, I mean, our whole game plan was like second round. We thought second round was, if you asked us all camp what round the fight was going to end, we said round 2. Round 1 coast, round 2 smash. And here this guy is. We're 15 seconds from turning it on. And he was like, let me just slip out. Oh, so frustrating.
It's just insane. It's insane. But like, you made it look easy. And yeah, man. So that's 7 straight. Before we get into what's next for you, man, for anybody that does not know your story, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
Okay, I guess starting at the beginning, man. I was 15 years old. I found jujitsu, and from there, I discovered MMA and the UFC, and it was like I finally found my purpose in my life. I was like, this is so cool. I think everybody wants to, like, you grow up and you see all these action stuff and all stuff, and I was like, this is awesome. I feel like I was going to be in, you know, uh, just I just feel like it checked every box for me. I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to express what I love to do in a really cool way. It's got so many avenues for development and growth. I just thought it was very interesting and very cool. And I got into jiu-jitsu, and some guy told me to join my high school wrestling team. I ended up wrestling through college and being All-American. But at the end of the day, it was all for MMA. I think a few weeks after my national tournament, I was at an MMA gym in my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. Talked to Josh Williams, who ended up cornering me still to this day. So that was like 10 years ago. And we took our first fight a couple weeks after that. And we've been rolling. I think I had an 8-1 amateur career. And then I ended up moving at the end of my amateur career to North Carolina with my wife, Maggie. And down here, I ran to Marcus Davis, who's been coaching me and cornering me and been a fantastic addition. And we've rattled off it was another 8-1 record until this weekend where we notched up number 9 on the win column. So I've had almost 20 fights now. And honestly, it's been 10 years, so I wish it was more. I've had some trouble getting fights. I feel like I've had quite the journey, man. A lot of, I think bad luck, honestly. Injuries at bad times, COVID hitting the wrong time, a lot of opponents falling through or just can't get fights. The Athletic Commission, a lot of people don't know this. The Athletic Commission in North Carolina has been shut down since pre-COVID. So it is impossible for local guys here to get fights. So the MMA scene here is kind of sizzled down because what do you do? Who are you training with when people are like, I can't fight anywhere? No one's going to pay us to come out of town to beat them unless they're paying you to lose. It's been a really challenging, trying time, both training and with competition. And it's been frustrating a lot of the time. But at the end of the day, I am still here and I'm still getting better. And I feel like so much more potential for growth. And I'm just ready to get the opportunity so I can go all in. I know I'm all in here, but, I still got to pay bills. I still got like 3 kids now. And, I got a lot on my plate here, and I wish I had the financial freedom and the opportunity to get everything in and really commit the way I want to, so I can pursue this dream. And before my career's over, I want to be able to be like, I gave it everything, and I was really able to see what I'm capable of. Sorry, man, that's a long road, but
No, man,
it's been a long road.
yeah, it has, and people might not know, like you've been fighting for a long time. Like it's not like you're just not just like some like up and comer on this XMMA card. Like you've put in hours, you put in years. It's years and years of hard work, man, and I feel like it's finally paying off. So you're on a 7-fight win streak. Your only pro loss is a split decision. What do you want next?
I want an opportunity, man. I want to get out there and I want to get signed. I'm not doing this for the money, but I'm going to be honest with you. I need more money to be able to train the way I want to train, to be able to go in the way I want to. I have all of my energy into it, but it's being like, or all of my desire, I guess, into this. Like everything I can extra is in this, but I have so many things pulling out, and I just want to be able to be all in. I want, the opportunity to showcase and to grow. And I mean, ultimately, I want to be a world champion. That's what this is all about. I want to prove that to myself that I am capable of that. And I love to compete, man. I want guys who are good. I want guys who can challenge me, and I want to be able to rise and meet that challenge as best I can. And I think I'm close, man. I've saying that for years, but I'm only getting closer. And I think I just need to grab it,
No, for sure. So there's a contender series coming in July. Do you want to hop on that? I mean, do you have a preference of where you go? Like one championship, Bellator, UFC? Like, do you have a preference? Like, or do you have an end goal?
I want, honestly, the first one to give me a big contract and offer is where I'm looking at, man. I just need to, you asked me a couple years ago, man, maybe I'd be like, I need to do this or do this. But right now, like, not getting younger, man, and I need to fight, and I want to get a lot of fights in still. I feel like I'm still at the beginning of my career in my mind, but we only have one short athletic lifespan, if you will. So I just want to get in there, man, and do it. Contender series, yeah, that'd be cool. UFC, Bellator, PFL, ONE FC, dude, give me some good fights, give me some good opportunities. Just let me know and let me get in there, man. I think I am the best. I truly do believe I'm the best guy outside of these big promotions that hasn't been signed. And I really want to change that soon to the best guy, period. But, I think I need to prove that. And I think he give me an opportunity to prove it. I think I can rise up to it.
Sure, man, for sure. Finally, have you heard the all over social media that you are Tony Ferguson's doppelganger?
Hey, man, nobody's ever seen us in the same room at the same time. So yeah, I get that everywhere I go, man. That's the first thing and if I go to any MMA gym anywhere in the world, that's the first thing I get from everybody. Someone's bound to say it at some point. It's like, how many minutes gonna go by until I probably heard that 17 times from 17 different people just during this last weekend. So funny.
Yeah, no, it spread all over the internet. It was fantastic. It's fantastic. Adli, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. Man, if you want to plug any of your social media, you want to plug any sponsors you got, you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so like I said before, man, I'm not good with computers. I'm not a technology guy, but I try my best to stay active on social media. It takes me a little while to respond. I'm like texting back like this. Usually I have my wife like, please just type this for me. But you can follow me on Instagram. I think that's where I'm the most active, and Facebook. I need to figure out the whole Twitter stuff. I don't even know my password there. If you're trying to follow me on Twitter, follow my wife probably. She'll tweet for me maybe. But Instagram at Adli Edwards. And yeah, as far as sponsors go, I've got some great guys who've been with me for a long time and taking care of me. I got a really tight, close team. Graham Clements has been great. I told you earlier about the injuries, staying injury free. Dude, I am in better shape physically in terms of like the wear and tear than I was when I started my MMA career. Wrestling beat my body to pieces, and he has fixed me up, and I feel great. And I feel like I'm getting healthier every year. So it's great. So Graham Clements, awesome doctor down here. If you guys are all beat up, he's your guy. I love him. James Vose Stone, one of my OG sponsors. He's always taking care of me. He's a great dude. And Boomer from Cage Side and Toro BJJ, always trying to make me keep sharp, keep me looking sharp. He takes care of me with my shirts and my banners and stuff. So, and I've honestly got a lot of great people around me, great coaches, great teammates. Mosin, Vitaly, Eileen, you guys were awesome this camp. I really appreciate you guys stepping up. Special shout out to you guys. But honestly, teamwork makes the dream work. I wish I could thank everybody, but again, we have such a close-knit community, and I'm really, really thankful for the support I've gotten from everybody, even people back up in Ohio and down here. I'm very fortunate.